Hello student, welcome to standard 10th history. Let us learn chapter 4th, history of our Indian art. So in this chapter we are going to study what is art, Indian tradition of visual art, Indian tradition of performing art, art, applied art and professional opportunities. So let us continue the first part. What is art? It is a natural human instinct to want to share his experience, wisdom and also emotions. So human instinct, it is involved that he wants to share his experiences, his knowledge and emotions through something. So what is this something? When that instinct result in a beautiful creation, something that comes out as a beautiful creation, which he creates something, it is acknowledged as art. So this beautiful thing which he creates is considered as art. The artist's power of imagination, sensibility, state of emotion and his skills are the crucial factors at the root of artistic creation. So these are the crucial factors. First of all, artist's imagination. Artist always imagine much more than, so he goes beyond and he thinks. Then sensibility, is very sensible to the social issues and around him what is happening. Then state of emotion and the skills which he put in, and therefore the beautiful creation comes out of this, which is called as art. So visual art and performing arts, these artistic creations are of two types, that is visual art and performing art. The Sanskrit term for the first type is Drik Kala and for the second time is Lalit or Angik Kala. Drik means which we can see, which we can visualize, and Lalit means, or the Angik Kala means which we perform, which is been done. Many examples. So Angik Kala means which we perform. Many examples of patriotic rock art have been discovered, have been prehistoric rock, many examples of prehistoric rock. This art have been discovered at many sites in the world. It proves that the origin of visual art is as old as Stone Age man. So what is visual art? The art of painting and sculpting is considered as visual art, and Lalit art is the performing art. So performing means in the form of dance, etc. Okay, so in this way visual art and performing arts we have studied. Now let us move on to next, that is folk art and classical art. There are two distinct traditions of art, that is folk art and the classical art. Folk art is a tradition that has continued from the prehistoric time. So it is traditionally, it has come down from our ancestors. The expression of folk art is a natural part of people's way of living. It has come naturally. It is just flowing from our ancestors. Hence, its expression is spontaneous. Folk art is created by collective participation of the member of a social group. So it is done collectively, it is spontaneous, and group of people do this art. On the other hand, classical art is expressed within an established framework of consistent rules. So classical art has rules, it has a framework, within that only it is being performed. It needs a prolonged training to master any form of classical art. So it requires training. For example, Kathakali, it requires a training right from beginning till as you go on moving. So it has to go on training, and it is a prolonged training, then only you master over it. So in this way we have seen the folk art and the classical art, and let us move on to the next part, that is style in art. Artists tend to have their own method of working. Every artist is different, everyone has his own trend, everyone is different than the other. It is known as the style of artist. When a style is adopted by many artists, if any particular artist has done this particular style, and if it is liked by other artists and many artists, then when the style of artist is adopted by many artists over a prolonged period of time, it may become a tradition. So this is a tradition then. Such tradition gets established as an art style. So prolonged time, many artists are following one particular type of method. This is considered as art style. Various art styles develop in every culture, which are characteristics of a certain period and region. Such styles are helpful in studying art history. So in this way, my dear student, style in art we have studied. So artists have his own working method and his own style is been developed. This style, if it is liked by other artists and many artists follow this for a longer period of time, then such style, such art is considered as style of art or art style. So my dear student, we have studied what is art, visual art and performing art we have studied. Then folk art and classical art also we have studied, and style in the art. Let us see the Maratha style of painting. Maratha painting is an example of art style. The style is known as Maratha painting, began to develop in the latter half of the 17th century Common Era. This style consists of colored painting and they occur as murals. Murals means the painting which is done on the walls of the huge palaces and vadas. So they are called as murals. And also miniature. Miniature means small paintings used in manuscripts. Murals of Maratha style can be seen in the old vadas at places like Vai, Minavali and Satara in Maharashtra. So Vai and Minavali is in Satara district. So we can see these mural art in the Satara district. The Maratha style was influenced by the Rajput and European style of painting. So it is the combination, Maratha style is the combination of Rajput painting and European style of painting. Painting style help us in understanding various things about the time in which it was developed, such as the lifestyle, how those people were living, how they were, how their lifestyle was. Then attire. Attire means the costumes, the way they dress up, that is called attire. Their way of living, their dress up, and their customs. So how their customs was, how they were moving about. All this knowledge we get from these paintings. So my dear student, we have studied one type of style, that is Maratha style of painting. Tomorrow or in the next lecture we are going to study Indian tradition of visual art, that is Drikka Kala. Drikka Kala means visual art. So let us see in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye and have a nice time.